Hare Krishna,
Krishna
dear
Mataji,
devotee.
you can start.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome this morning for this Bhagavatam class, daily divine discussions. And today we will be discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, verse number 1.2.19. So we'll get started with the Mangalacharan first. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
But his mic is on. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome for this Bhagavatam class today. Thank you for showing up for the daily divine discussions, and thank you for accepting my service. Actually, I don't have any qualification, but just to purify myself and my tongue to use in the service of Srimad Bhagavatam, I would like to give today's class. And let's begin with the verse. I'll share the verse. Hope it's visible for everyone. So, तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामालोभादयश्चये चेत एतर् अनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति। तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयश्चये चेत एतर् अनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति। तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयश्चये चेत एतर् अनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति. Who would like to recite? Yes, Sachinand Prabhu, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
तदा
Krishna.
रजतमो भाव कामलोभादयश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धम् अस्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Raksha Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
तदा रजस्तमो भावा चैत ऐते नराविधम् स्थितं सत् sorry Mataji. तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामालोभादयश्च ये चैत एते अनाविधम् स्थितं सत्त्व प्रसीदति. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Nice Mataji. Yes, Nisha Mataji. You would like to recite Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Mataji. I was reciting muted. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Damna pranams.
Then
Tada rajasto mobhavaha kamalobhadayascha ye chaita etarana vidyam sthitam satya prasidati. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Yes, Riya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धम् स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति. Hare
Beautiful.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, what is happening in this verse? First, we'll take a quick recap of the previous verses. As in verse number 1.2.16, we have seen that from verse number 2.1.2.16, 16th verse to verse number 21. These are the 6 verses in a series where it's all these verses step by step describes the stages of bhakti. There are total 9 stages of bhakti starting from Shraddha. So as we have seen in verse number 16, it gives us the idea of the first 3 stages. So first total 9 stages, from that Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. We have seen in verse number 16. Then comes verse number 17. In that verse, we have seen Shrunvatam Krishna's importance of hearing. So, in that, it gives us the enters into the next stage of the bhakti. Then later, it comes the this verse gives us the fifth stage of bhakti, that is Bhajan Kriya Anartha Nivritti. Then later comes the Nashta Prayashu Abhadreshu, the previous verse, that 18th verse. That gives us the Naishtiki Bhakti, means our Nishtha is established at that stage. Now it comes to this 19th verse. So this 19th verse is the result of the 18th verse. Nashta Prayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So, what happens after we are regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, rendering service to Srimad Bhagavatam, both person Bhagavat as well as the book Bhagavat? What is happening? Abhadra. Abhadra means whatever inauspicious things, those are getting removed by serving the Bhagavat. So, now in this 19th verse, it gives us the transformation of the consciousness through what? Devotional service. As it's saying, Tada rajas tamo bhava. So, tada rajas tamo bhava means it's purifying our consciousness. So, let's see the translation. Who would like to read the translation? Yes, Dayamid Radha Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness, and he becomes completely happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, here, what it's saying that what happens as soon as you are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, it clearing off your anarthas, your tendency towards the lust, greed, anger, all these things are getting removed, and it's purifying your heart as well. At the same time, what is happening? You are overcoming the lower modes of the material nature. Disappearance of these modes, that is mode of passion, mode of ignorance, they are getting disappeared at the same time. And then here comes the test in Krishna consciousness. What is happening? Kama lobha dayaschaye. These are the biggest hurdle in the path of the bhakti. So as soon as you develop these modes, these tendencies are getting reduced. Means you are now advancing in Krishna consciousness. Then what is the effect of this? You are established in Sattva-guna. Sthitam sattve prasidati. Means a devotee, when he rise above the mode of passion and ignorance, then it brings that devotee to the platform of goodness. And above goodness also there is Shuddha Sattva. Once we comes to the platform of goodness, then only we can strive to go above all the gunas. So that is our goal. When we start our Krishna consciousness, we should not be satisfied with the mode of goodness. We have to go beyond all the three modes, as instructed by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, that Arjuna, go beyond these three modes. So when we go beyond these three modes, that time our heart is pure and it's completely cleansed of all the material modes and other anarthas as well. That is mentioned here. Kama lobha dashe, that is lust, greed, anger, all this. And at this stage, what happens? One has developed the attachment to the Lord. So the asakti is slowly coming into the picture. You are getting attached to the Lord, getting attached to the service, getting attached to the holy name of the Lord, and that's where your material turbulences or the tendency towards the enjoyment of the sense objects, that is getting reduced. These sense objects will not disturb you anymore now. And once you are in the state of goodness, then what happens? Real happiness comes. Prasidati. The heart becomes satisfied when freed from this agitation of this material desires. So that's why it is always said, a devotee is always in the mode of unalloyed goodness. It is when devotee means goodness, mode of goodness. Even in fact, once Srila Prabhupada has spoke very heavily on this. He said that a devotee remains controlled by, if a devotee is remaining controlled by a mode of passion and ignorance, means this is debauchery, not spiritual life. Isn't it very heavy? So Prabhupada is always heavy, but he used to give the tattva, siddhanta. He always speak the truth. So that's why we have to render devotional service, and when we are completely fixed in devotional service, then our anarthas getting reduced and we are coming to the platform of goodness. Let's move towards the Prabhupada, purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Who will read? Yes, Riya Mataji, you can read the first paragraph starting with living being.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
A living being in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss. This state of existence is called Brahma-bhuta or Atmananda, or the state of self-satisfaction. This self-satisfaction is not like the satisfaction of the inactive fool. The inactive fool is in the state of foolish ignorance, whereas the self-satisfied Atmanandi is transcendental to the material state of existence. This stage of perfection is attained as soon as one is fixed in irrevocable devotional service. Devotional service is not inactivity, but the unalloyed activity of the soul.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So, here what Srila Prabhupada is telling us that when a living being is coming to the devotional service, he becomes Atmanandi, Brahma Bhuta. What is mean by Brahma Bhuta? Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita. Somebody remembers the verse?
Mataji, I only remember the first two lines for now. Brahma
Please.
Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Na Kankshati Vasudeva Sarvamiti. I forgot the last line, sorry.
That's fine. First line is important. The second line is from another verse, that is Bahunam Janmanamante. No problem
Sorry.
at all. So, but first line is important. What it says? Brahma Bhuta Pasannatma na shochati na kankshati. Means it is self-satisfied. It doesn't lament or hanker. Right? So, here Prabhupada is telling us the same. When we are situated in our constitutional position, what is the nature of the soul? What is its constitutional position? Jivera Swarup hoy, Krishnera Nityadas. So, nature of the soul is that we have to eternally serve Krishna. We are eternal servants of Krishna. Soul is the part of God. Every part need to serve the whole, the Lord. Therefore, that is our true nature, to serve the Lord. So, here there is very important question comes that many times devotees are very much confused. I'll ask you one question and we'll give you two options. Just in chat, you have to reply option one or option two. One or two. So, just tell me, we are in Maya, that's why we forget Krishna. That is option one. I'll repeat. We are in Maya, that's why we forget Krishna, or we forgot Krishna, that's why we are in Maya. Second option is, we forgot Krishna, that's why we are in Maya. So, what do you feel which is the correct answer? Both. No, you have to select one.
Blissfulness.
Okay. So, most of you have given really a correct answer. That is answer option number 2. So, option number 2 is that we forgot Krishna. That's why we are in Maya. Remember, Prabhupada always quote this verse that Krishna Surya Samam, Maya hai andhakar, Jahar Krishna tahar nahi Maya radhikar. Right? So, wherever is Krishna, there is light of the knowledge, light of the soul. But wherever Krishna is not there, then we are into Maya all the time. So, what we can do when we don't have to be caught up by Maya, we have to remember Krishna, we have to chant the holy name, we have to be always in touch with the devotees, we have to always engage ourselves some more the other way in the Krishna conscious activities, so that we can cross over this Maya and come to the platform of the goodness. That is the aim of this verse. So as other verses till the verse of the 18, verse number 18, it has covered the stage till Nishtha. This verse is giving us the another two stages, that is Ruchi and Asakti. Ruchi in the holy name, Ruchi in all Krishna conscious activities. And as soon as we have developed the Ruchi, we will be able to develop the attachment to Krishna. So that is our goal, to develop the Asakti. Come to the platform of, come to the stage of the Asakti. Even in Sanatan Shiksha, Chaitan Charitamrita, there is beautiful verse comes. Krishna Bali Se Jiva Anadi Bahirmukha Ataiva Maya Tare Deya Samsara Dukha, means we are forgetting Krishna. The living entity is always forgetful. That's why it is attracted by the external features of this Maya in all the time. That's why this illusory energy Maya gives him all kinds of miseries, and that's why we are always get entrapped in Maya. So what we have to do, as Prabhupada said, Krishna Suryasam. So we have to always take shelter of Krishna, Krishna conscious activity, some or the other way, so that we can come out of the Maya. We'll read the next purport. It's next passage. Who will read the next passage? Okay. Yes, Mother Shalini.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Just a minute. Hold on. This soul's activity.
The soul's activity becomes adulterated in contact with matter, and as such, the diseased activities are expressed in the form of lust, desire, hankering, inactivity, foolishness, and sleep. The effect of devotional service becomes manifest by complete elimination of these effects of passion and ignorance. The devotee is fixed at once in the mode of goodness, and he makes further progress to rise to the position of Vasudeva, or the state of unlimited Sattva or Shuddha Sattva. Only in this Shuddha Sattva state can one always see Krishna face to face by dint of pure affection for the Lord.
Wow. See, Prabhupada is so lovingly telling us that if we are coming to the platform of Shuddha Sattva, we are situated in Shuddha Sattva, then we can see the Krishna face to face. Isn't it such a beautiful statement, such a hope-giving statement by Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada is really very merciful to us. We don't have any qualification, but still he has given us the qualification to do chanting. Even though we are not chanting the pure name, we are chanting with all anarthas, with all offenses, but still Srila Prabhupada is ready to deliver us, ready to give us the Krishna consciousness. So, as this passage is giving us the importance of coming to the Shuddha Sattva. First of all, we have to understand the science of three modes. Means we have already studied in detail in Bhagavad Gita about the three modes. That is mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So, mode of ignorance, what happens? It is the lowest mode. In this mode, the person is always in kind of madness, laziness, or the kind of very low grade activities. And it is represented by Shudra class of people. Now, the next mode is mode of passion. What happens in passion? That is Rajoguna. As its name says, Rajoguna. It's an activity, intense endeavor. So, it's represented by Kshatriya class of people. Kshatriya class of people are always engaged in some kind of activity, mentally, physically, both. So, that is mode of passion. And mode of goodness. This is where the enlightenment comes. The Brahmana people represents this mode of goodness. And above mode of goodness is Vasudeva stage, Shuddha Sattva. pure mode of goodness. So when we cross the three material modes, then we are and we are fixed up in devotional service, then only we can come to this platform. And in we are doing Shravanam Kirtanam at every stage, but it is full of impurities. But when we are doing Shravanam Kirtanam, means hearing, chanting, at the stage of goodness and at the stage of Vasudeva stage, that effect is different. That Shravanam Kirtan is different from the state of when we are in mode of ignorance. Even we can say Shravanam Kirtanam performed at the stage of Shraddha, which is the first stage of the Bhakti, is different from the Shravanam Kirtanam performed at the stage of Ruchi and Asakti. So, when we are doing Shravanam Kirtanam, it's not only that particular thing, it means it also counts at what stage you are, out of which mode you are performing that, and the impact of that Shravanam Kirtanam depends on that. So what happens on Vasudeva Shuddha Sattva platform, devotee becomes natural, means his devotion becomes very much natural, means you don't have to put much efforts to perform that devotion, it happens very naturally. So like for people like us, if we are speaking something, we are doing chanting, we are giving class, we are speaking about Krishna, we are doing kirtan, everything we are doing according to our own capacity, our own ability. But when one is situated on that platform of Shuddha Sattva, Vasudeva Sattva, that stage gives you the connection with the internal potency, that gives you the pure devotional service. As we see that this sannyasis or any pure devotee for say, when they are speaking, they are not speaking Harikatha or doing Kirtan out of their own ability or capacity, but they are doing it on the power of their Swarup Shakti, because they have realized their Swarupa, that is Radharani's potency. Remember in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that Mahatmanas tumam partha davim prakritim ashritaha. So whenever they are saying anything, they are in under the Radharani's potency, they are connected with the Daivi Prakriti. As we see in our ISKCON, that many sannyasis, many Maharaj, when they start speaking, they speak continuously without stopping. As for example, we can say His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj. Everyone knows when he speaks Hari Katha, his love for Bhagavatam, he can sit at one place without eating, without drinking water, even without using washroom as well. He continuously speaks Hari Katha for 8 hours, 10 hours like that. Even we see Chandramouli Swami Maharaj, he does so gracefully, so energetically, even young Kirtaniyas are like fail to catch up with him. Even the Badahari Prabhu, when he is doing Kirtan with such a beautiful smile on his face, he is doing with engrossment completely. He can do it for hours and hours. Even we all might have heard about His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in Chopati temple. Means he is very popular for his long classes. When he starts speaking, he speaks continuously. So Miss earlier he used to give the long classes, now he has reduced a bit, but that is the case. When one is at that stage, when one is at that platform, that gives us that spontaneous ruchi, asakti for the Harikatha, Krishna conscious activities. We'll move on to next paragraph. Who would like to read? Okay. Yes. Sachidananda Prabhu. A devotee is always.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
A devotee is always in the mode of unalloyed goodness. Therefore, he harms no one. But the non-devotee, however educated he may be is always harmful. A devotee is neither foolish nor passionate. The harmful, foolish, and passionate cannot be devotees of the Lord. However, they may advertise themselves as devotees by outward dress. A devotee is always qualified with all the good qualities of God. Quantitatively, such qualification may be different, but qualitatively, both the Lord and His devotee are one and the same. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. See, here Prabhupada is so nicely telling us that we are, that quantitatively such qualification may be different, but qualitatively his devotee is one and the same. So, Prabhupada is warning us to how to associate with the people. When we are associating with that particular person, that time we are getting influenced by that person. So that's why while associating with anyone, we have to be very much careful. Means we have to understand that in this context, His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj once said that who is your true friend? Who is your true friend? One who helps you to go closer to Krishna is your true friend, and one who takes you away from Krishna is not your true friend. Why? Because by associating with that friend, you'll not be gaining anything apart from all those sense gratification, material things. But when you associate with any friend who is Krishna conscious, he will always try to engage you some or the other way in Krishna conscious activities. Try to help you to get one step closer to Krishna. Maybe sometimes he will take you to the temple, sometimes he will give you some Krishna prasad, even if you are not a devotee. But some or the other way, by this method, your bhakti unmukh sukruti will be encouraged. It will be more watered. So even Maharaj said that whoever comes in contact with the Krishna consciousness is benefited some or the other way. But a devotee who surrenders life to Krishna and wants nothing but the loving service and association of the devotees, those are the dearest to Krishna. As we always say that Krishna loves his devotees. And there is very famous verse comes that's Naham tishtami vaikunte Naham tishtami Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hrideshu va tatra tishtami narada yatra gayanti madbhakta. So devotees are very dear to Krishna because Krishna prefers to reside in the heart of devotees rather than yogis and Vaikuntha. Why? Because devotees are always engaged in the loving devotional service to Krishna. Why Srila Prabhupada has defined bhakti means loving devotional service to Krishna. Because devotional service means love. Out of love, you perform that service towards Krishna. So, as a devotee, we should always try to serve Vaishnavas because Krishna loves that. And also here another point comes about the dressing. We should not dress outwardly. So what happens when we are dressing? Suppose we are Prabhu's dress dhoti kurta, Mataji's wear sari or gopi dress. When we are dressing in that particular way, we are imbibing that mood into ourselves. So it helps us to maintain our consciousness in mode of goodness. Whenever, as we have seen, like if some person is wearing pant shirt, it signifies office, rajoguna, mode of passion. But as soon as that person is wearing dhoti kurta, it gives him that feeling of Vaishnava, even wearing a tilak. So what happens when we wear tilak? It said that it represents the temple of the God. If we are putting the tilak, wearing the tilak means it represents this body is nothing but a temple of God. So if we are wearing tilak, we are reminding others as well about the Krishna, about the God. Means just looking at our tilak, just looking at our dressing, that dhoti kurta, just another person is reminded of Hare Krishna. They'll unknowingly say, this is Hare Krishna person, right? So, but this shouldn't come just as a matter of outward appearance. It should also imbibe those Vaishnava values into your consciousness. But definitely when you are wearing those clothes, those attire, that will bring you that consciousness as well. So always wherever possible, we have to try to put tilak and come into the Vaishnava consciousness, in the Vaishnava attire. So we have seen the whole purport. So throughout the whole purport, what is coming into the picture? That when we are into the mode of goodness, then we are purified at heart, and the effect of other modes is reduced automatically. So the greatest example is this. I would like to end with this particular incident. We all know it very well. This beauty of the Srimad Bhagavatam. We all are daily hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam, daily hearing in the association of the devotees with the heart. So Parikshit Maharaj, who was so much disturbed by thirst when he arrived at the ashram of Shamik Rishi, what happened? He garlanded a cold dead snake in the neck of Shamik Rishi because he was disturbed, agitated by the thirst. But the same Shukadev Goswami, the same Parikshit Maharaj, when after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Shukadev Goswami, now he is hearing continuously, even without a drop of water, continuously for 7 days. Even he is asking, please tell me more, continue. Shukadev Goswami, please continue, keep on telling. And he is hearing with such a rapt attention, completely absorbed. Why? Now he is in the mode of Shuddha Sattva, Vasudeva platform. And earlier that time he was impacted by the thirst because he was in the Kshatriya mode that time. So this is the effect of the goodness, and that's how we also have to take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam if we want to come to the platform of goodness. That's why we have to read Srimad Bhagavatam, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, serve person Bhagavatam on a regular basis. By doing this, we will be situated in the mode of goodness. Also, it's said in the chapter 3, verse number 43, कृष्णे स्वधामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह कलौ नष्टदृशामेष पुराणार्को धुनोदितः. So this Bhagavad Puran, what this Bhagavad Puran is? This Bhagavad Puran is just like that bright brilliant sun. It has arisen for the sake of Kali Yuga people. When the Lord departed from this planet, he went to his own abode. That time all religion knowledge has gone with him, but people has lost their vision due to the dense darkness of the Kali Yuga, age of this Kali. And that's why this Bhagavatam gives us the light to the soul, lights to the soul's consciousness. By the knowledge of this Bhagavatam, by hearing this Bhagavatam, our consciousness is purified and we will be situated in the mode of goodness. So this is the impact of the Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why always we have to seek the shelter of the Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. I would like to end here. Please forgive me for all my shortcomings. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai. If you would like to add anything, please go ahead. Yes, Riya Mataji, you would like to say something? Yes.
Vishnu Loka and Krishna Loka both are same.
No, they are different. Vishnu Loka comes under Vaikuntha planets, and Krishna Loka is the topmost Goloka Dham.
In Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm reading Canto 4, Mataji, in that Dhruva Maharaj, how he entered um, Vaikuntha Loka. It is explained in a great detail. So the Vishnu Loka, the associates of Vishnuji used to come and receive him. So I was confused, is both are same or different? That's why.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Hare Krishna Dayami Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, wonderful class. I wanted to say realization and then clarify something or ask you for some clarity. But what you said, that gradually when we come into devotional service, our attire, the way we dress, the way we behave will gradually change. So many individuals, they come to Krishna consciousness, as you say, they start wearing Vaishnava attire. Many are not even from an Indian background, but they naturally wear it spontaneously, even without knowing that this is actually the norms to wear dress in the temple. And in the Western